so creepy cool to me. Possum in a tree. staring at me. I'll give you all the room that you need. Possum in a tree. Never mind the one-way road. You'll go anywhere you want to go. You'll never see me standing in your way. And if you start walking, I'll make you stay. You look so creepy cool to me. Possum in a tree. I know it's time for me to hit the road. I hope I never see you out there though. The road is rough and rocky along the way. And if you don't look out, you just might pay. I hope that you will always be free, just like a possum in a tree.
Hey, welcome to Bob's Barn Jams on this nice sunny afternoon. Aren't those colors good out there? You all like the colors on the trees this year? Thanks for coming. You're going to be watching Michael Snyder-Barker for the next hour. Oh. Okay, we're back online here. We're going to be watching Michael Snyder-Barker from Tecumseh, Michigan. Next week will be Dan and Rose Bokema out of Zeeland for an hour. If you haven't been here before and you need to use the restroom, go out that open door, up the green ramp, into the back room there of the barn, and you'll see a restroom off to the right. Another one down that hall on your left, make a bunch of lefts real quick. You'll find another one off the kitchen. Let's see, please turn your cell phones off. Leave the cameras on if you want to. Take pictures of Mike as he's playing and videos or whatever. Sure he'd appreciate it. Over on my right, there's a donation guitar jar donation can hanging on the wall. All the money goes in that hole there right in the front, yeah. And if it gets too full, just reach in there, kind of poke it down in there, okay? So not too swift. We get it packed in there so much, my wife can't get it out. And I have to, and she's, Bob, would you take this money out of here? Yeah, I wish. Anyway, we don't charge people to come in, watch the acts, but we doing this for the watchers, the Lake Odessa area, Michigan, and the musicians. Let's see, I think that's all I was supposed to say. Why don't you put your hands together and give Michael Snyder-Barker from Tecumseh a nice welcome.
You know, it's great to be back. I've been here years and years ago with a band called Sunday Morning Light, and that was a lot of fun. Then I came back with my buddy Chris Broski and played as a duo. However, you know, bands run their course. And, you know, I took up guitar during COVID, probably 4 years ago. And I wanted to write my own music for my own lyrics. I've written lyrics forever. But I appreciate Bob having me back and appreciate you all being here and all the people in space who are watching. Hello. I've got a new record. I've got it over there. I called it Bark's Tales 60-20-24. And you ask, gee, Mike, why 60-20-24?
Why 60-20-24?
I'm glad you asked. I turned 60 this year. It was kind of my birthday present to myself. I have all kinds of friends on the recording. And if you're just going to listen to it online, I've got a handout that with all the songs and all the lyrics and all the credits and such. And I have some free guitar picks over there. How much is free? Well, it's free. I mean, that's all right. All right. Free, yeah. Free costs you nothing. So I'm going to play the first song on my recording. I called it Born on the Wrong Side of the Tracks. Well, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, working hard to get on back. Life was real, you had to deal. Survival was the name of the game. Well, I was hungry for reality. You can find it in the city. When you ain't home, it's a pity. To the city I would happily go. For the night, it's alright. Shining in the light tonight. Well, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, working hard to get on back. Life was real, you had to deal. Survival was the name of the game. Well, I stepped out for a bite, knowing everything was alright. Well, then I went to a show, and boy, don't you know, I found my destiny. Well, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, working hard to get on back. Life was real, you had to deal. Survival was the name of the game. I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, born on the wrong side of the tracks, born on the wrong side of the tracks. You know, I don't even know what the right side of the tracks were. I could have been on the wrong side, could have been on the right side. I guess it depends on perspective, right? Thank you. In case you didn't catch the title, that was Born on the Wrong Side of the Tracks, you know, which I repeated many, many times. So, this next one is also on my CD. I had a good friend of mine sing it for me on the recording, my friend Eric, who at the time was pretty far into his stage 4 cancer, and unfortunately, he passed before the recording came out. But I was happy to capture a little bit of my buddy on the recording. It's called The Jackalope. I was waiting at the saloon, looking for some peace of mind, and in walks a jackalope, sorry as he can be. Said, hey there, Mr. Jackalope, bet you got a story to tell. Well, he looked me in the eye, and this is what he said. I've been running and hiding just to save my hide. Judgment Day is coming, and it ain't far behind. Truth to tell, I ain't scared at all, but I sure do wish you'd take my place. By the look in your eye, I can tell you don't believe your end is coming soon. Now, that's not the end of the story. There's a little bit more, if you don't mind. Said, hey there, wait a minute. That's quite a story you tell. Now this here ain't no kind of place where you can sell your sad tales. I bet you're running away from something that you done did. Well, the jackalope, he looked at me with a teardrop in his eye, and he said, mister, I don't think you understand. You can't outrun our fate, but it was up to me. We'd sit down for a drink and tell tall tales all afternoon. 'Cause Judgment Day is coming, you can hear it on the wind, like a swarm of angry locusts from out east. Well, that's not the end of it either. You guys want me to sing more? All right. Now, mister, that's all kind of crazy, this tall tale that you weave. If I were to listen to you, I might just believe in the coming of my judgment day. But I ain't ready to cash in my chips, this here ain't my final reward. Mr. Jackalope, sir, I'd like to believe you, but I'm thinking that you just ain't real. I tell you I'm as real as this town, no one can deny my aim, but it's all the same to you. Better get on in the game. See, judgment comes in all kinds of forms, and you didn't pass the test. So the end is nigh, and you can kiss this here honky-tonk goodbye. That's not the end either. I'll just keep playing. I mean, if that's okay. You do want to hear the end, right? All right. Well, the moral of the story, if you see a jackalope at the bar right next to you, you better listen up. See, the tales he tells are all true. Be sorry to ignore the fact, 'cause judgment is around the corner, and guess what? It just might smack you in the head. The jackalope has your number, and he might be back with you. So you better eat his tail, or he'll make a chump out of you. The jackalope. Thank you. Now, is it okay to play covers, Bob? Songs by people that I didn't write?
Yeah, we do it all the time.
Well, good. I just have to triple check. So maybe I'll check again, so it'll be triple. This is this song is a song I think y'all will know. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? If a tinker were my trade, would you still find me? Carry the parts I made, follow behind me. Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I give you my onlyness, give me a tomorrow. If I worked my hands in would you still love me? Answer me, but yes, I would. I'd put you above me. If a miller were my trade, I'd a wheel mill grinding. Would you miss your colored box? Would you have my child? Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I give you my onlyness, give me a tomorrow. I think that's how it ends. Thank you. I love that song. Such an amazing song. Now, I didn't want to play this because I didn't think this was a blues crowd. So it is a blues crowd. I thought so. All right. So I came to the right place. I called this one, I Think I Might Be Cursed. Well, a mule kicked me in the head. Ooh, a mule kicked me in the head. Well, I thought I was gonna be dead, 'cause that mule kicked me in the head. Well, my foot got run over by a truck. Man, my foot got run over by a truck. Well, I guess that's my kind of luck, 'cause my foot got run over by a truck. Well, I think I might be cursed. My wounds, I need nurse. My life is such a mess. Much pain I do confess. Now check this out. A dog bit me on the leg. That old dog bit me on the leg. To the hospital I do beg, 'cause that old dog bit me on the leg. Nothing could be worse. Nothing could be worse than riding in the back of a hearse. I said nothing could be worse. I think I must be cursed. My wounds, I need nurse. My life is such a mess. Much pain I do confess. I'll tell you the whole story. A mule kicked me in the head. My foot got run over by a truck, man. A dog bit me on the leg. Nothing could be worse. I thought I was gonna be dead. Well, that's just my kind of luck. To the hospital I do beg, but I went riding in a hearse. I think I might be cursed. My wounds, I need nursed. My life is such a mess. Much pain I do confess. think I might be cursed. My wounds I need nursed. My life is such a mess. Much pain I do confess. Now, would you say that was a terrible day for that poor dude? It's a terrible day. Now, by trade, I'm a mental health therapist. I help a lot of people. And I wrote this next song because I work with so many people that are depressed, anxious. Their self-esteem isn't that great. And so, the line that I wrote, the story of your life, the story you tell yourself is not the life other people see. Wonderful people who just, who are just struggling. The webs we weave till the end of time, twist with the winds of fate. A daunting life, an abnormal quest, beseech you now to unwind. Imagine, just imagine, you went astray unintentionally, running around, seeking ground. But here I'm trying to watch myself and do three things at once and sing a song, and it's, But tell you what, I'll keep going. Sweat pouring down your face. Now here's that line. Did you ever wonder how the webs weave together the story of your life? The story you tell yourself is not the life other people see. The webs we weave until the end of time, twist with the winds of fate. Imagine, just imagine, the winds of fate twist your way. Did you ever wonder how the webs weave together the story of your life? The story you tell yourself is not the life other people see. Now, I have to... Mechanical issues, don't you hate that? You wake up one day, find that you look around, don't know how you got to this place. The webs are woven, tied and buried. Our paths are not carved in stone. No pretense will replace dignity, each day more precious than the last. Change the pattern of our weave. Being mindful opens a new fate. Thank you. We are only sometimes as good as our tools. And people tell me quite often I'm a tool. That doesn't work. That's bad attempt at humor, I know, I'm really sorry. Okay, I'm gonna shrink this so maybe I don't have to.
She was just pondering what kind of tool it would be.
I would say a monkey wrench.
Monkey wrench, did it? I knew you had that puzzled look on your face. Monkey wrench.
Now this is a real serious song, and I'm not joking about that. Knew a kid in school with dirty rags wrapped around his bones. He was teased and laughed at, made a fool. That kid went reluctantly home to a nightmare. Every day is the same in his mind. He looks at his peers, their new clean clothes and meat on their bones. He wonders what that life would be like. Never know what he can't remember. Such a life of luxury. Now luxury for this kid would be peace in his home. No yelling, no fighting, no abuse. Clean house, a car and ample food. When he reads books he finds another life. Finds another life. He left home at 16, full of cautionary hope, not knowing what was in front of him. Just knows that looking behind was full of shame and grief. Now luxury for this kid would be peace in his home. No yelling, no fighting, no abuse. Clean house, a car, and ample food. When he reads books, he finds another life. Finds another life. Now music, books, and TV were his refuge, looking for a new way to escape. Way to escape. Hard to hold the pieces together with many missing. Trying to be cool, seek acceptance. Boy finally finds his own way. To another life, another life, another life. I told you that was going to be, thank you. I told you that was going to be serious. You know, this thing, I had it all charged up, or so I thought, and it's dead. It's dead as a doorknob. So there might be some glitches through here, and I feel really embarrassed when that happens because I really want to provide a smooth show for y'all. This is a song that's on my record. Oh, I wanted to switch guitars. Can you turn this one off? I just think the tone on this guitar really works with this next song. This is a song that I called Ominous, and it's really about somebody who's really, really, really good at something. Did I say really enough? Really, really good at stuff, but in the wrong place at the wrong time. Isn't that ominous? Okay, are we back up? Ominous, ominous. A voice actor. Does this sound like it's in tune? Really? Wait. Oh, that was ugly. Does anybody have a tuner real quick? I tune because we care. And, of course, live TV always is very forgiving, right? And never catches any mishaps or whatnots. So I'm sure, the entire watching audience in Lake Odessa and elsewhere probably really... What's that? Better? Yeah. So I'm going to go back to that part where I'm saying ominous. Ominous. I was a voice actor in the silent movies. I was a lifeguard in the Sierra Desert. I was a hand model in a shoe commercial. I was the best actor on the football team. Not sure where I was going, who I was, or who I am. I just know for sure that you are me and I are you. A French chef in a Mexican restaurant. I was a bullfighter in the Humane Society. I was a space cadet in the rodeo. I was a cowbell player in a string quartet. Now, how many string quartets do you know that has a cowbell player? That many. Okay. I don't know got to see the world from the silence of my mind. I got to see a life I would never live. I got to learn about how other people live. I got to see the sorrow in their eyes. Foggy was the night before the day when the fog went away. There was some hay before the day. Don't you know that you don't know? Out on the fate that I did avoid. I didn't have the experience that I'd never known. I avoided awareness of how big life is. My mind stayed small and the world is. Thank you. I'm going to switch back to the other guitar. Thank you. Now, I have written lyrics for a long, long time. 40 years-ish. Played drums for 40 years-ish. And always had to rely on other people to write the music for me. But you know, the next song I'm going to play, it's not one that I wrote. It's a song called Landslide by, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the band Fleetwood Mac. Took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain, turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, and the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older. Well, I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I up on that. Where we are? Where are we? Well, time makes you bolder. Children get older. Well, I'm getting older too. Take this love, take it down. If you climb a mountain, turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide will bring you down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide will bring down. Well, a landslide will bring you down. Landslide. Thank you. Now, does anybody here read books? Science fiction, fantasy stuff, Lord of the Rings? Well, you know, I was listening to an audio book, and it just occurred to me, I think it was last summer, that all the fantasy stories are the same. And so I wrote a generic fantasy story song that I called Epic Tale. Epic. Been reading this kind of stuff since I was a kid. There was a person, a magical person, maybe an elf or a dwarf, who finds a thing, maybe a sword or maybe a stone, a beautiful thing of power. They started walking for some unknown reason, moving towards a dangerous quest. Along the way, they find some allies, maybe a gnome, a pixie, or human. This is the story of a magical thing. Something bad will happen if they don't persevere. Win the day. They must win the day. There's a battle or two, bloody battle. The heroes all survive. They wear red shirts. The heroes go to their homes in great glory. Reluctant hero says, never again, until the sequel. The story runs through many pages. The epic tale goes on for generations. The same quest, different route. reluctant hero is the primary theme. Primary theme. That was the epic tale. Now, I know I'm asking silly questions, but I'm asking them because I want to see if you're awake, for one. Are you awake? All right. And in my very dry way, I kind of want people to laugh a little bit. You know, I don't have the banter between myself and a buddy anymore like I used to. So I've got to liven you up. So I'm going to ask a stupid question. There are no stupid questions. Anybody here ever look on the internet? No. No? One person, no. Does anybody look for terrible, terrible things for entertainment? Some people do, man. They call it doom scrolling, and that's what I call this song. Read the internet this morning, school bus full of children, bus near the school. They were dropped off, no problems, looking through Yahoo News. Doom scrolling today, mother of 5 ending her day. Went home and made dinner. Doom scrolling through the internet, looking for something interesting. Doom scrolling through YouTube, looking for disaster. Building full of people, smells of ethnic food. Folks ate their dinner, watched television, went to bed. Doom scrolling, doom scrolling, doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, doom scrolling, doom scrolling. Scrolling through the internet, looking for something interesting. Doom scrolling through YouTube, looking for disaster. Large letters filled the screen. Celebrity newscaster. No news, nothing happened. Everything was just fine. Doom scrolling, doom scrolling, doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, doom scrolling, doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, doom scrolling, doom scrolling. That was doom scrolling. You know, wouldn't it be nice if it was just that? You know, just, you're looking on the internet, looking on the news, and nothing bad happens. Man, that would be a fantasy, wouldn't it? All right. Now, I got to tell you, I'm an early morning guy, but I wrote this song called It Was Way Too Early for Me, which is not true, because, man, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, if I'm not in bed by 9:30, I'm beat. My alarm went off this morning. It was way too early for me. So I covered my head, back to bed. It was way too early for me. Way too early for me. Then it was 9 o'clock in the morning. Still too early, don't you see? Well, I shook my head, back to bed. It was way too early for me. It was way too early for me. So I got myself some coffee, put my socks on, forgot my pants, took the dog for a walk. Oh, my neighbors fell down dead. My neighbors fell down dead. When I got home, I realized, much to my surprise, I forgot my keys. Well, it was way too early for me. Way too early for me and my neighbors. Way too early for me, not for Fido. Way too early for me and the sunshine. Way too early for me and the zombies. Way too early for me and the cameras. Way too early for me, not for coffee. Way too early for me. Thank you. Do I have a couple more? All right, well, I didn't put this on my playlist, but I wrote this song that's kind of like that. You know, being the old guy that I am at 60, ancient, I know. What? I wrote this other song that I called something. What was it called, Barker? Don't waste these people's time. It was called In the Way She Moves. No, not that one. It was called something about something. Doggone it. Don't you hate it when, oh, I know where to find it. Okay. I found it in the last place I looked. I called it I Can't Burn the Candle at Both Ends Anymore. Is that too short?
By the way, have you ever found something farther down the road than the last place you looked?
I know, that's, you know, I'll keep looking for that place. Now, I tried to make it a country song, but I'm not a country player, so bear with me. I can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. Waking up in the morning is such a chore. I try not to be a bore. I try not to be a bore. I just can't burn the candles at both ends anymore. Staying up late used to be so fun. Hanging out till the night was done. Time to turn in. I'm done. It's getting late. Time to run. Falling asleep at work just ain't cool. Drooling on my shirt, look like a ghoul. Passing time like passing gas, look like a fool. Getting older sometimes can be cruel. I just can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. Waking up in the morning is such a chore. I try not to be a bore. I just can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. Grow up, get up, go to work every day. Working hard, working late for my pay. Taxes, mortgage, car note can't delay. I'll get plenty of sleep when I passed away. Just can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. Waking up in the morning is such a chore. I try not to be a bore. I just can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. Just can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. I can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. Thank you. Now, you know, in my younger years, like when I was a little kid, I grew up in a small city, I think it's southeast Michigan, thereabouts, a little town. You might not have ever heard of it. It's called Detroit. It is. I can't think of the name of that river. You'd think it'd be called like Detroit River or something like that. But, you know, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, was about being raised in Detroit, and Midnight Train to Detroit is also about Detroit. Midnight Train to Detroit is about Detroit. On a midnight train to Detroit, midnight train to Detroit, on a midnight train to Detroit. I'm gonna bring me back some blues, quarter to midnight, waiting on a stoplight. Feeling alright, ready for a fight. She's on a midnight train to Detroit. Midnight train to Detroit. She's on a midnight train to Detroit. She's gonna bring me back some blues. Midnight altercation, causing devastation, breaking probation, lost generation. She's on a midnight train to Detroit, midnight train to Detroit. I said she's on a midnight train to Detroit, gonna bring me back some blues. Midnight train's been delayed. She's coming home after a decade. So long ago she misbehaved. Jackson prison, she didn't age. She's on a midnight train to Detroit. Midnight train to Detroit. She's on a midnight train to Detroit. Gonna bring me back some blues. Thank you. Midnight Train to Detroit. I wanted to write like a Renaissance-y kind of 3/4 beat song, and this is what I ended up with. There's a minstrel in the forest. There's a minstrel in the trees. He sings lovely ballads. He sings of mysteries. Lost lives, lost battles. Foreboding he does sing. The minstrel's lost his mind to wander aimlessly. From the mountains to the oceans, he sings songs no one else sings. To the challenge of his doom, he rambles towards an early grave. There's a minstrel in the forest. There's a minstrel in the trees. He sings lovely ballads. He sings of mysteries. He was dead on the inside, soon as outside too. No one will weep his passing. He was gone way too soon. There's a minstrel in the forest. There's a minstrel in the trees. He sings lovely ballads. He sings of mysteries. The stories of the minstrel will gather in the gloom. Whispers on the wind, just whispers on the wind. The minstrel. That kind of that took a turn for the worse, didn't it? Okay. Do you guys mind if I punk rock out a little bit? No, Mike, jam it out. I call this next one, I was a teenage remote control. Because, you know, when I was a kid, we didn't have remote controls. I was a teenage remote control, giant screen and a big console, RCA Victor New Vista, record player and a radio too. We just got the color TV. It was a sight to see. Large piece of furniture, shiny and new. I was a teenage remote control. Get up and change the channel. Not too fast, you'll strip the dial. Oh crap, he broke it. Get the pliers. Laughing was hip and cool. Gunsmoke just made me drool. Soundtrack to the TV dinner was a 6 o'clock news. Never cared for Dragnet. I was more of a Mod Squad kind of guy. Mom came in and said, turn off that crap. Time to watch Carol Burnett. I was a teenage remote control, giant screen and a big console, RCA Victor New Vista, record player and a radio too. Thank you.
Hey, we got 4 o'clock. You want an encore? You guys want an encore?
Okay, I won't give you an encore, but I'll play one more song. You know, I saw this meme on Facebook, and I was doing this songwriting challenge, 50 songs in 90 days, and I was looking for inspiration. And this meme had a mom and a little boy, and the little boy came to mom and said, "Mom, I want to be a musician when I grow up." And mom said, "You can't do both." So I wrote a song. I want to grow up and be a musician. Want to see my name in lights. Mom said you can't do both, honey. No, you can't do both. I want to make a lot of money and not work. Want to play video games all day. Mom said you can't do both, honey. No, you can't do both. Childish dreams and foolishness won't put food on the table. Gotta pay the rent. Adulting ain't easy. Why can't I live in a mansion? Why can't I drive a Maserati? Childish dreams and foolishness won't put food on the table. Gotta pay the rent. Adulting ain't easy. Wanna stay out and get up early. Wanna burn the candle at both ends. Mom said you can't do both, honey. No, you can't do both. You can't do both, honey. No, you can't do both. Thank you. You guys have been a lovely audience. I always enjoy being here. Thanks a lot, Bob.
And give Mike another round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some of those songs I haven't heard yet. That was great.
Well, there's a lot of this stuff is brand new.
Great.
Like the one I wrote about the kid who had the dirty rags around his bones. I wrote Wednesday. Yeah.
Hey, folks, if you like this, tell people. If you don't like it,
don't tell anybody.
that's right. Hey, stick around for the jam. We'll probably be about 4:30, and we'll be. I'm sure we got a few musicians here. Give Mike another round of applause.
Thank you.